Hi everyone, this is Emmy. I've had some requests for more papier-mâché tutorials and also for a tutorial on how to make a fairy house. So today I'm going to show you how to make a fairy house using a papier-mâché method, and I'm going to work on a pickle jar, and that way I will cover two requests in the one tutorial. So let's get started. This is a very easy to make fairy house. I'm just going to use a pickle jar. I have some water and some school glue approximately in equal amounts. I'm just going to mix those up like that. And I've just got some cereal box cardboard, and I just traced around a large dinner plate. Now I'm going to cut it out like that, and I'm just going to cut out to the center, and I'm going to bring that over together like that and overlap it until it fits on top of my jar. And then I'm going to staple it. You could glue it, trim it wherever it's not even, and staple it again. And I want enough paper towel to wrap around my bottle. Okay, so I'm going to take one sheet and I'm going to brush my glue on it and layer the other one. I'm going to wrap that around my bottle. And I'll just need one folded in half to cover this little opening. I'll make my little fairy door. I like to make sure it's a good size, and it's not bad. And then I'm just going to tear a piece of paper towel with some glue and roll it to sort of form a rope. Like that, and then I'm going to glue it around the door. I'll cut that off there. Apply some full strength glue around the edge. I'm going to place that there, like that. Cut off a small piece, and I'm going to put that right there for the doorknob. Like that, and I'm going to let that dry. And I've got another cereal box here, and I'm going to paint it green for my roof tiles. And I'm going to set that aside to dry. And I'm going to make some little window frames. So write this with glue and twirl it into a rope. And I'm going to bring my door over because I want to make my window smaller than the door. So I'll make them about like that. So cut that. I'm going to make two windows, so I'm going to cut both of them at the same time. Put a little piece on the bottom. These in for the like that, and I'm going to let those dry. Now I'm going to want to be able to take the roof on and off, so I'm going to build this little collar around the top of the jar. So I've just got 4 layers of cereal box, and I glued it so that it's a little bit loose there, so I'll be able to take it off, and I'll glue that to the inside of my roof. Cover it with some paper towel. Like that, and I'm going to check to make sure that it still fits, and I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and cut my roof tiles, and I'm just going to start gluing on my tiles. So I'll do this first row, and I'm overlapping them a little bit. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and now I'm just going to put another layer, and I'm going to overlap them on the bottom here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that all the way around. Okay, I've gone ahead and done that row, and now I'm just going to do another row. Okay, so that's another row. And I'm just going to finish up this last row. And I'm going to paint the inside black. I'm going to form a peak here on the top of my roof. So I've got a paper towel. I'm going to put full strength glue on this one. And layer another piece. And more glue. I'm going to bring this around. Like that. And I'm going to twist this like that. Okay, I speeded this up a little bit with my hairdryer, and I'm going to open it up now. And I'm going to fill it with some hot glue, and that will make a nice rigid peak. So I'm just going to put a lot of hot glue in here. And then I'm going to close it up again. And shape it down in the peak, like that. And I'm going to paint it green. I'm going to blow that dry with my blow dryer. And give it another coat of paint. And blow it dry again. Now I rounded out the door a little bit, and I'm going to glue that on the front. And I'm going to cut out my windows, so I'm going to place that down, trace around it, and then I'm just going to cut that out with a knife. And I'm going to cut a little bit inside. And I'm going to glue it all over the window because I want the window to look frosted. Put some hot glue and set my window in. Like that. And now I'm going to do the other one over here. I think I'll put this one a little higher. Now I'm going to set my collar down on top of the bottle. And I'm going to glue my roof down on an angle. I don't want it to be straight like that. I'm going to just put it on a bit of an angle. And I'm going to put hot glue all the way around. Try not to get it on the bottle. And I'm going to place this down like that. Okay? And I'm just going to put more glue all in this cavity. And I'm going to paint it black. I used up the scraps of the roof to cut some little green leaves, and I made some little spiral flowers. And I did that by just taking some dry paper towel and just twirl it into a rope, and then coil it up. Put a dab of hot glue, and then just close that up like that. And I'm going to paint them. Like that. And I made some pink flowers and some blue ones. And now I'm going to paint my house white. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry. To make the trees, again, I traced around a dinner plate on just some cereal box cardboard. Cut it out. Divided it into 4. Like that. Put some tape on. Bring those 2 ends together and fold the tape over. Reshape it like that. And just paint glue on the cardboard. Cover it with a paper towel. Then just twist it. Paint more glue over the outside. And just turn those in to the inside. And then set them aside to dry, and then you can paint them green and then weather them. For the chimney, I just cut a strip of cardboard, rolled it up, and then taped it like that. Painted on some glue and covered it with paper towel. Cut one of these segments smaller, the ones that I cut for the trees. Curl it. Tape it closed. And I'm not going to cover this with paper towel. I'm just going to paint it to look like metal. And now I'm going to paint my window trim and my door. And I'm going to add a bit of a weathered look to my roof by just dipping a dry brush in some white paint, and I'm just going to lightly brush like that. Like that. And I made a little wreath here, and it was just made a rope and made it into a circle, and I'm going to glue that right here. And then we're just going to start filling in with flowers. Okay, I've gone ahead and I have glued all my flowers on. And on the back I glued a vine, and I'll paint that green there shortly. And then I glued a few more flowers on the back. I'm just going to dip my pencil eraser in the paint and then just dot. And I'm going to paint my vine. I'm going to put on some smaller dots with the lead end of the pencil, like that. I also glued some flowers and leaves on the roof. So there's how it looks so far, and there's how the trees look once they're finished. And here's the roof. Then I painted this brown, and then I just brushed some silver on it. I painted this black, and I brushed some silver paint on that. I'm going to put some hot glue on the top of this chimney section and slide it inside. Put some glue on here and position it in place. Hold it until it sets. Build up some glue all around the outside edge, and then I'll glue some flowers to hide the hot glue. And so now I can take the roof off, and I can light up one of these little battery-operated candles and put that inside. Put the roof back on, and you can see there a little light in the window. So there you go. If you make some of these cute little fairy houses, don't forget to send me some pictures so I can put them in my next viewer submissions video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.